Picture this. You're at the grocery store, standing in front of the produce section, and there it is, a pomegranate. Those beautiful, mysterious fruits that look like nature's little treasure chests. You've heard they're supposed to be some kind of superfood, but honestly, you have no idea how to eat one without destroying your kitchen. And you're not even sure if the hype is real or just another trendy health myth. Maybe you've seen the Instagram posts with those ruby red arils scattered over yogurt bowls, or you've grabbed pomegranate juice thinking it's healthy, but then you flip it over and see the sugar content and wonder if you just bought expensive candy. Sound familiar? Well, today we're cracking open the truth about pomegranates, literally and figuratively. And specifically, we're diving into one of the most important questions. How good are pomegranates for your heart? Welcome to another episode of Rooted Health Revival, the podcast where we cut through the confusion and give you science-based, practical nutrition advice that actually fits into your real life. I'm your host, and I'm so glad you're here. And speaking of being here, before we dive in, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for subscribing, for sharing episodes with your friends and family, and for being part of this community. Your support means the world, and it's what keeps this show going. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and leave us a review. It truly helps more people find evidence-based nutrition information in a sea of diet culture noise. All right, let's talk pomegranates and hearts. So, what makes pomegranates such a big deal when it comes to heart health? Let's break it down in a way that actually makes sense. First, let's talk about what's inside these jewel-toned fruits. Half a cup of pomegranate arils, those are the juicy seed sacs inside, contains about 72 calories, 16 grams of carbohydrates, and 12% of your daily fiber needs. You're also getting 10% of your daily vitamin C, 12% of vitamin K, plus folate, magnesium, and phosphorus. But here's where it gets really interesting. Pomegranates are absolutely packed with antioxidants. And not just any antioxidants. We're talking about some seriously powerful compounds that research suggests may have profound effects on heart health. Let me introduce you to 3 antioxidant superstars found in pomegranates. Number 1, tannins. These compounds are like little bodyguards for your heart tissue. According to a 2022 research review, tannins help stabilize the tissue surrounding your heart, prevent the breakdown of elastin, which keeps your blood vessels flexible and healthy, and reduce calcium buildup on the walls of your heart. Think of them as your heart's maintenance crew, keeping everything running smoothly. Number 2, flavonoids. A 2019 research review found that flavonoids may protect you from inflammatory heart conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, and atherosclerosis. Inflammation is like a slow burning fire in your body, and these compounds help put out those flames before they cause serious damage. Number 3, anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give pomegranates their stunning red color. And they're not just pretty. Data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey found that high intake of anthocyanins was linked to a lower prevalence of heart failure. That's a pretty big deal. Now, you might be wondering, how do these antioxidants actually work? Here's the simple version. Your heart and blood vessels face daily stress from things like inflammation, oxidative damage, and unhealthy cholesterol buildup. The antioxidants in pomegranates work by neutralizing harmful free radicals, reducing inflammation, and protecting the delicate tissues of your cardiovascular system. It's like giving your heart a shield against the wear and tear of everyday life. But wait, there's more to this story. Recent research has also been looking at pomegranate seed oil, which contains a special fatty acid called punicic acid. This compound makes up to 83% of the fatty acids in pomegranate seeds, and it's showing some remarkable promise. Punicic acid has been studied for its ability to induce vasodilation. That means it helps your blood vessels relax and widen, which can lead to slight decreases in blood pressure and heart rate. It also appears to reduce markers of bad cholesterol, triglycerides, and total cholesterol in some studies. Plus, it has anti-inflammatory effects that go beyond the heart, potentially helping with insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. Now, I want to be really clear here. While this research is exciting and promising, it's still emerging. Most of the studies on pomegranate seed oil have been done in animals or small human trials with mixed results. We need more robust clinical trials before we can say definitively how effective pomegranates are for preventing or treating heart disease in humans. But what we can say is this. Pomegranates are a nutrient-dense fruit with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that align with what we know supports heart health. They're a delicious, whole food option that fits beautifully into a heart-healthy eating pattern. Let's add some credibility to what we've been talking about. According to the National Institutes of Health, pomegranate juice, extract, and arils are generally safe to consume. However, they do caution against consuming pomegranate root, stem, and peel in large amounts, as these parts may have harmful effects. And here's a quote from a recent research paper published in the journal Foods. Punicic acid demonstrates potential as a complementary nutritional agent in preventing and managing cardiometabolic diseases based on preclinical studies, though rigorous clinical trials remain essential to confirm its therapeutic benefits in humans. In other words, the science is pointing in a positive direction, but we're still learning, and that's okay. That's how good science works, carefully, methodically, building evidence over time. What we do know for certain is that eating a variety of antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables, including pomegranates, is consistently associated with better heart health outcomes. And pomegranates definitely earn their place in that lineup. All right, let's get practical. You're convinced pomegranates are worth adding to your diet, but how do you actually do that without feeling overwhelmed? Here are 3 simple, realistic tips to incorporate more pomegranates into your life. Tip number 1, start with convenience. If the thought of de-seeding a whole pomegranate makes you want to run away screaming, I hear you. The good news? You don't have to. Most grocery stores now sell pre-packaged pomegranate arils in the produce or refrigerated section. Yes, they cost a bit more, but if convenience means you'll actually eat them, it's worth it. You can also buy 100% pomegranate juice. Just check the label to make sure there's no added sugar. Pour it into ice cube trays, freeze it, and pop a cube or 2 into your water or smoothies for a burst of flavor and antioxidants. Tip number 2. Make pomegranates a topping, not the main event. You don't need to eat a whole pomegranate every day to get benefits. Think of the arils as a nutrient boost you can sprinkle on things you're already eating. Add them to your morning oatmeal or yogurt. Toss them into salads for a sweet, tart crunch. Sprinkle them over roasted vegetables or grain bowls. Mix them into salsa for a surprising pop of flavor. Stir them into cottage cheese with a drizzle of honey. Small additions add up. A quarter cup of arils here and there throughout the week can make a difference. Tip number 3. Pair pomegranates with other heart-healthy foods. Remember, no single food is a magic bullet. Heart health comes from an overall pattern of eating, and pomegranates shine when they're part of a bigger picture. Try pairing pomegranate arils with fatty fish like salmon, hello omega-3s, nuts and seeds for healthy fats, leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables, whole grains like quinoa or farro, olive oil, and a heart-healthy salad dressing. One of my favorite simple recipes, a spinach salad with walnuts, crumbled goat cheese, pomegranate arils, and a drizzle of olive oil and balsamic vinegar. It's delicious, nutrient-dense, and takes about 5 minutes to throw together. Here's the bottom line. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet or eat pomegranates 3 times a day. Just look for small, enjoyable ways to include them when they're in season, roughly from October through January in most places, and explore pomegranate juice or frozen arils the rest of the year if you love them.
All right, friend, here's your challenge for this week, and it's a simple one. Pick one way to try pomegranates this week. Maybe you grab a container of arils at the store and sprinkle them on your breakfast tomorrow morning. Maybe you pick up a bottle of 100% pomegranate juice and mix it with sparkling water for a refreshing afternoon drink. Or maybe, if you're feeling adventurous, you buy a whole pomegranate, look up a quick tutorial online, and de-seed it yourself. Pro tip: do it in a bowl of water. It makes cleanup so much easier. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. It's curiosity. It's showing your body some love with delicious, nourishing food. And here's the thing. Every small positive change you make builds momentum. One pomegranate becomes a habit of choosing more colorful fruits. One salad becomes a pattern of eating more plants. One week becomes a lifetime of taking care of your heart. You've got this, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way. That's it for today's episode on pomegranates and heart health. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you feel empowered to make choices that nourish your body and support your heart. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who might benefit. Maybe a friend who's trying to eat healthier, or a family member who loves learning about nutrition. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep nourishing, keep thriving, and remember, small changes lead to big transformations. Take care of that beautiful heart of yours. I'll see you next week. Important disclaimer. The information shared in this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with your doctor or a registered dietitian before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications. Pomegranates may interact with certain medications, including those for high blood pressure, so please speak with your healthcare provider if you have concerns.